Oh my!
I
Joe,
like it.
that's a Hall of Fame
Every
terrible
word.
take right there.
No, it's not. It's
Hall
true.
of Fame
It's so true. Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. Joseph,
Yes, sir.
how we feeling?
Hey, living life, you know. My March Madness bracket is looking really good. Just saying. I think I got
So you just
15
went
out of the
chalk.
16.
So
15
you
out of
just
the
went
16.
chalk. So you just went chalk.
I just know what
Coward.
I'm doing. Just know what I'm
Coward.
doing.
Just
know what I'm
coward.
doing.
That's all it is. It's all good. Yeah, March Madness is here.
Yeah, it's been beautiful.
We got the NBA winding down the regular season, about 10, 11 games to go for most of the teams. It's getting to be that time, Joe. It's getting to be that time.
Best time of the year. The NBA is getting rockets going. You know, all these standings. If you look at the standings, everybody's 1 or 2 games, 4 games.
Man,
Close. It's close, especially in the West, the East. And we know that we've been knowing that's been like.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody worried about the Knicks.
1.5 teams in the East. Right?
Pacers look good though, you know, as long as Halliburton is healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you'll say that right now because your Lakers are struggling with them right now.
Yeah,
But
they really are.
you know, it's all good. But yeah, Joe,
it's just
the
reality,
the West is real tight. I mean, like
Just the way I like it.
two through
Sorry, my fault.
2 through 7 is they're all right there with each other.
They really are.
All
Yeah.
separated by like 3 games.
You have a bad week, you could be the 3 seed and drop down to the 8 seed. Like, what the hell happened?
Yeah. So, hey, good luck to all the teams out there. Unfortunately, Joe, as we get down to the fun time of the season, we've had some stars get injured, and it's really messing with the standings out in the West. We even got some stuff that's gonna mess with the standings in the East.
Probably help them in the East, but
yeah, maybe.
Foreshadow.
But let's start with your Lakers. They're on right now playing the Pacers. LeBron missed about 2 weeks. Little groin strain. The Lakers started struggling once LeBron went out.
It was media recovery from Stephen A. Actually, it wasn't really it was media recovery.
But yeah, since he's come back, they haven't quite righted the ship yet. I think a lot of the, LeBron. I think this is his 3rd game back tonight, so not anything crazy. I think the thing for me, Joe, was I was hoping Luka would be able to steady the ship a little bit while LeBron was out. He couldn't really do that, so we'll see. What's your take? What do you think? What do you think about your Lakers now? You got about 10 games left to get right. Close out the regular season.
I mean,
this enough time? We're gonna be pushing LeBron too much. Coming off an injury, what do you think?
Oh no, I think they'll be fine when LeBron gets back and he gets comfortable and going again. But let's be real, like with LeBron not being on the court, it's like the Dallas Mavericks before they had Kyrie Irving. Like they don't even have a Tim Hardaway Jr. out there that could do something, be the number 2 option. Like it doesn't look good when LeBron's not out there, and the defense has been lacking a lot. And actually, I gotta give LeBron credit for the way he's been playing defense since Luka's been there. And I mean, it's also a little bit of kind of the luck that they've been going on with the type of defense that they play. Teams are finally making those threes that they're allowing them to take. So there's going to be ebbs and flows in it, but we're going to see how it goes. I'm still very confident. You got 2 superstar players like that in a 7-game series. It's going to be hard to defend them and stop them. And I think they got a good enough role pieces if LeBron and Luka are doing the right things where there's not too much pressure on them to make the right play. They're going to make the right plays. I'm not too concerned about the Lakers. They're going to get a good seeding. I'm just worried. I don't want them to play the Nuggets in the first round.
Damn. Scared of the Nuggets, huh?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know. I think there is reasons to be concerned as a Lakers fan, especially if you were under the impression that this was going to be, a big year, all of a sudden have a shot at the title.
They got a
I I,
shot.
I think there's
It's
a
got to be
level of
perfect.
concern there.
They got to be
Like you
perfect.
like you mentioned, and we talked about this last time, and it was kind of like, are they going to keep getting, I don't know if I want to say lucky, but just the amount of open shots that teams were missing from three, while the Lakers were just collapsing very hard on the paint. It was going to be tough to replicate that every single night. Now teams are starting to cash in on those shots. So you
Especially
take
you
LeBron
can't.
out of the lineup for a few of those games, and then there's just not a
Facts.
ton of offensive firepower for the Lakers outside of Luca. Um,
And teams are out
so
here
yeah,
shooting 63 threes a game. Like eventually they're gonna make them bitches.
yeah, I mean, some of the better teams, like one of the games that they played, the game that LeBron ended up getting hurt in, was the Celtics. Right now, that's a you can mess around and get blown out giving up as many threes as Lakers are giving up
Man,
if you're playing them,
facts.
right? So it's all gonna matter. It just depends on who the matchups are. That's why I don't hate the Nuggets as a matchup for the Lakers for that reason, because they just don't have a ton of 3-point.
I guess Anthony Davis not here no more, so I guess. But have you seen how the Nuggets have looked lately?
Yeah, every time it feels like the Nuggets get going a little bit, then they lose one that I just don't
I'm
really
just saying
expect them
that's
to
true.
lose.
But Jamal Murray's been looking good with Jokic being out. Jamal Murray has been looking like Bubble Murray, and that's what they really need.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean that duo when in the playoffs, that duo is close to unstoppable as there is. So they will always have. I don't believe you're not wanting the Nuggets. Like no one should want the
And
Nuggets.
Westbrook, what he's been doing, man, please. And Aaron Gordon, if Aaron Gordon can get back to what he was doing, man, just dropped 40 the other night. Like, come on now, that's scary. I don't want to see that. I know we don't have Anthony Davis no more, but they've been whipping our ass for a couple years. I don't want to get that.
Yeah, y'all won the last time. But let's talk about the other one, or the next big injury, Joe. The one that came today. Damian Lillard has a blood clot in his calf, so he is now going to go on some blood thinners, take care of all that. He is
What are
out
they shooting these
indefinitely.
players up with? Because like it's kind of crazy all these blood clots all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too earlier. I was like, what's going on with all these?
What's going
Why
on?
do these keep happening?
It's weird.
But yeah, nonetheless, he's out indefinitely. I would imagine he probably does not play again this season, which is very unfortunate. He's having quietly kind of a very good year, 10th in assists, 11th in points.
Some shit just clicked. Sorry.
The Bucks have been kind of free falling a little bit already. I can't imagine this is going to help. They've got,
Doc
you know,
Rivers getting the excuses ready already. Talking about the blowing 3-1 leads and shit. He knew this was coming, so he said, "Hey, this shit finna
hey, you
fall
know what?
apart. Let me get this narrative
You can't
together."
blow a 3-1 lead if you don't get one, baby. So here we go. He said we're just gonna get our ass ran right out the playoffs, anyways. So no, so yeah, Lillard's out. They have only won 40% of the games that he has missed. So that's obviously not very good, even when you still have Giannis. What do you make of this one, Joe?
Hey, they may be better off. I mean, this is gonna be a sign if they can if somehow their chemistry gets better, they play better, it looks better on the court. That tells you right there and there you trade in Lillard in the offseason. Like this is gonna be a do we blow this up and get rid of Lillard, or are we gonna try to run this one more time type of situation? And it all depends on how the team looks without Lillard. And I think the team's gonna look really good. I think the floor is gonna be spaced better. It's gonna be the Bucks are built around Giannis, and I don't think Damian Lillard has learned how to be that person. He's a ball dominant guard, and he still hasn't learned how to fit around that role. They're two totally different players, and it's just not working. So maybe with you change up your offense a little bit with Lillard being out, and you go back to how you guys looked when you did make the run with Giannis and made it to the finals. And if that offense works and Giannis looks great, which he already is, and dominant that he is, you guys may be able to make a run. Like this is how I look at it. This is if we make a run, we know we're getting rid of Dame and we can get some more pieces and try to keep Giannis happy, or we fall apart and then we know okay, let's try this one more time, or we trade in Dame. At the end of the day, Dame is out of there, or we gotta do something different. Doc's not going anywhere. Giannis isn't going anywhere. So Dame has to be preying on. If they look good, I'm probably out of here. If they look bad, I'm probably out of here still, but we may just try to run it back and get some different pieces. I'm not sure. I'm really it's a shitty
I don't know.
situation for the Bucks.
I don't know. If we can say that Giannis is for sure not out of there.
No, Giannis is out of there if he
Giannis.
wants to be. That's what I meant.
Giannis
Yeah.
been dropping hints for a minute now.
I mean, Giannis is gone if he wants to be, but I meant like they're not gonna trade him.
Right. Yeah. The other thing you have to think about in your scenario, Joe, if these blood clots remain an issue, you can't trade him.
Yeah, that's gonna be a shitty part too.
That's interesting. But
then you're stuck.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they'll look better. I mean, they haven't looked better when he has missed time since he's been there. They've been pretty awful.
But now that it's indefinitely, okay, now we can completely. Our whole philosophy can change.
I mean, they'll have to change. I don't like.
You don't have faith in
at
Doc?
some point, you need a. Well, I mean, you need a secondary scorer to go with Giannis. Like he needs somebody that can handle the ball and go get a shot in the closing moments of the game.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Chris Middleton is gone. He wasn't doing nothing anyway.
No, but I mean, he was at least still kind of good for that when they needed him in the fourth quarter.
Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis. There you go.
I mean, it's gonna be Kuzma. Like I don't.
Yeah. Hey, when Kuzma fits in, maybe he don't really fit either though. But yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna go very well for them. They are tied. They are
fourth?
technically fifth.
Fifth?
The Pistons.
Damn.
So they are close to the sixth seed. If they don't close the season out very well, they will be in the sixth, and they'll be playing the New York Knicks in the first round. Now you can make an argument that's not the worst thing in the world.
I'm about to say, bro, that might be beneficial to them.
But yeah, so this is troubling times for the
Pacers
Bucks.
are going crazy.
Yeah, Pacers been playing well. The Pacers are up to 4, and they have a 2-game lead on the Bucks. So
they got too many of the same pieces though, so we'll see.
Yeah, to me this I don't know, it just never feels like it's been able to get going for the Bucks ever since they got Lillard. They have just never been able to really hit their groove and maintain. It just feels like it's always been choppy, always been off. Like
to be the fifth seed is pretty good for that first 2 months that they had.
I mean, they started.
They was down there with the 76ers. Like they was bad. They was like 3-13, weren't they? They was bad, bro.
Oh yeah, they were bad.
They were bad.
I don't know. It just never feels like they can quite take off. Like the Cavaliers have taken off in the last couple of years. The Celtics take off. They just always are
off already.
Yeah, shit. They've been off for 2.5 years. It seems like. But the Bucks, this is probably the death nail for the season. So let's talk about the Warriors, Joe. Curry is out with a pelvic contusion. They have not played well.
You should need to relax. Goddamn. I don't know how that happened. I just in basketball, I'm the only thing I can think of is he dove for the ball and landed in the wrong spot. Sometimes you try to dive for the ball and you roll forward. Got kicked.
Draymond in practice. He got hit and just came down right on his side.
Yeah, that's tough.
It didn't look like it felt very good. The Warriors have not looked great since Curry went out. We'll talk about
because their number one option now is Jimmy Butler. It's fucking trash.
Yeah, we'll talk about Jimmy's most recent game and his return to Miami after this. But Curry, Joe, was playing some incredible basketball.
He really was.
Once Jimmy had gotten there, it really had freed him
up.
Rejuvenated
him, yeah.
Yeah, he had started really playing well. Doesn't sound like they're too concerned with it. They're just being more cautious than anything. But what do you think? I mean, you talk about how tight it was in the West. I mean,
it proved my point.
The Warriors are 3 games back in the loss column of Denver, Memphis, and the Lakers. All have 28 losses, and the Warriors have 31. But they are only a half game up on the Clippers.
And the Minnesota
one game ahead, and 1 game ahead in the loss column of the Timberwolves. So I mean, they
Damn.
dropped too many more. They could all of a sudden have been a couple weeks ago. We were talking about, they might be able to get into the 4
Hey.
or maybe even the 3, and now it's like, y'all might be in the play-in again.
I'm pretty sure I remember saying when they traded for Jimmy, it guarantees them to be a play-in team. I remember saying something like that, and then they looked real good, and I was like, it don't really move the needle that much, like. And then they start looking real good, and I got a little nervous. And then Jimmy goes to play to Miami Heat. I'm like, ooh, Jimmy can get his payback. And then he came out and laid an egg, and I was like,
all right, we'll talk about that in a second.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about the Warriors. This is exactly why I didn't think Jimmy Butler was going to move the needle that much. Yes, you got Curry, but after that, you don't have anybody that fears you. And Jimmy Butler hasn't had that opportunity yet to really have a fourth quarter situation where he can be that Jimmy. Or we'll see what happens.
I think it's
if
been
they
like
make the
one
playoffs.
game. There was like one game,
but,
like the game that Curry got hurt in, I think it was.
Yes.
But
I will say
he tapped into that Jimmy
exactly.
mode.
I will say he is definitely like he's embraced the Golden State Warriors philosophy and he's all in. Like you can tell he's all in. I just don't think it's enough to compete in the West. They don't feel me. Like Curry gonna do his thing. Like obviously Curry scares you. He can get you 2, 3. He can get you 2 games, depending on who you playing.
Jimmy can get
they
you
just
the
don't have nobody else, bro. Like Kuminga, like who's their third option?
Probably Podzinski. If you had,
but yeah, and how much faith do you have in that in the playoffs? Like he hasn't been there. He ain't done that before.
Yeah, like, but here's the counterpoint to that, Joe.
There's nothing there that scares you.
Jimmy's never had a Curry, unless you go all the way back to when he was with the Bulls and he had Derrick Rose. Like he's never had, like once Jimmy is really fully ascended Jimmy, he's never had a Curry. And Jimmy, we know what those Heat teams looked like. A lot of those playoff runs, he didn't have heroes, so he really just had Bam and then a bunch of other, role players, Caleb Martins of the world, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson. Like that's not that much different than what he'd be working with.
There's better role pieces than what Golden State has right now.
That's funny how you say that now, but then when the Heat were trying to trade for Damian Lillard, the Heat got nothing. They don't got no assets. They got nothing to know.
Because they didn't develop. They didn't develop.
They did develop. What do you mean? The Heat go in there every year now, and they don't have a star player, and they beat the damn Portland Trailblazers with the damn Dame package every single year.
Congratulations, Pat Riley. Now you don't have anything.
Fucking idiot. God, fucking Pat Riley. He had the nerve to sit all up close in front yesterday too.
That's funny.
But no, I think the Warriors are fine as long as Curry gets back. They're gonna need.
They need him back for sure.
Because sooner. Like, look, I know Jimmy took the Heat from the play-in to the finals.
He's not doing that.
I don't think it's like you can't do that every time. Like that can't be your path. You can't choose the path of most resistance every single time and expect it to happen and expect it to work. Especially in the West, with the way the West is, there's just not there's no way. There's no way, I don't think, in the West to do that. But we'll see. So you wanted to talk about it so damn bad, so we'll talk about it. Heat spoiled Jimmy's return to Miami. Joe, I think a lot of people probably lost a lot of money on the betting platforms last night, thinking Jimmy was going to have some big revenge game, and that revenge ended up being 11 points and 6 rebounds and a poster from Bam. So that was.
You've seen nonchalant Jimmy before, and that's what I saw, and I didn't like it. Like, Curry's out. We can't have nonchalant Jimmy right now. Curry's out.
You know what I felt like? I felt like Jimmy wanted to prove that he didn't give a fuck about the Heat anymore. That's almost what it felt. It felt like he was going out of his.
He petty enough to do that. This game don't really matter to me.
This game don't matter to me. They're irrelevant to me now. I don't care about them. You're not going to get the satisfaction of me going in there and making a headline about the Heat, me dropping 30 and 10 and 10. Like that's kind of what it felt like. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Jimmy doesn't look that different.
Bullshit.
On a lot of nights.
But then why did he come on and say that Heat culture phrase is overused?
I think Jimmy's honestly speaking from a good.
Honestly, no, I think Jimmy on that shit. Honest. No, Jimmy on that KD Twitter shit. He on that
Joel
Embiid Twitter shit. He said he was trolling.
Was he wrong? Was he wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I'm just saying.
I don't like that's what I'm saying. I think Jimmy legitimately has been done with Miami, and
Facts.
he just played on the team for a little bit this
And when
year.
they
But
didn't give him that money, he was like,
mentally,
"Oh fuck yeah."
yeah, I think mentally he's been done since last year ended, and so he is
Give that man his
mentally
cookies, like
he's
LeBron.
mentally
Man, I agree. Been
been
out of
done, and
there.
I just don't think he cared. I really don't think he cared like everyone kind of imagined he would care, because it's also not like the situation in Philly, right? When he left Philly to go to Miami,
They
when they
chose.
chose Tobias Harris.
They
It's not like he
chose Tobias
didn't.
Harris over you. Yeah,
It's not like he didn't want Jimmy on the team. They just didn't want to pay for him in the future.
exactly.
So it's a little different.
And
And
Jimmy was like, "I kind of earned that contract, don't you think?"
yeah, I know we've talked about this before. We don't need to go all back into it, but I still really think the relationship with him and Pat really. I do think he hates Pat. I'll say that much. I think he respects and likes Spo and the players. I think he legitimately hates Pat, and I think it all stems back to when Jimmy's dad died, and then Pat had the nerve to call him out about playing time and all those types of things. I
That's
think
wild.
that I think that's the thing that did it in right there.
That would do it. That would definitely do it.
Yeah, I mean we got a behind the scenes peek in the Netflix series. I mean Jimmy was very close with his dad, so I think that might have been the thing that really did it, because the only thing that resonated with me from the comments was when it was Rachel Nichols had mentioned, I guess they had talked, and someone asked him about Pat Riley, and he said, "I don't have nothing to say to Pat, and Pat damn sure better have nothing to say to me." That one felt a little personal.
Is Rachel Nichols a credible source? They fucking
Most
allegedly. Well, I'm just playing. they be real close all the time. I'm just saying, her and Jimmy, they connected in the bubble, as they like to say. Whatever the fuck that means.
It's not for us to judge, Joe.
Hey, I'm not judging.
Those are two adults.
I'm not Dr. Umar. I don't discriminate. Shit. I ain't afraid to say it. I like to taste the rainbow.
Shout out to you, Joe.
you gotta diversify your portfolio.
All right, so let's move on. Let's move on from my Heat, who are doing absolutely nothing in the East.
Trash.
Their fun win last night for them. That was their NBA championship.
They can't even tank for Cooper because they fucking took too long.
Yeah, they're a mess. They'll get their hopes up about getting KD in the offseason, and then
That's not gonna happen.
I know, and then he'll go somewhere
What
else.
superstar wants to go there now? You might as well go to he might as well go home to DC.
Let's talk about the East.
Him and Brad should go home together.
Who is the biggest challenger to the Celtics out East?
The Cavs. I mean,
by default.
By default, seriously. I know I've been saying the Cavs aren't legit. They're a good team, man. I'm going to take the Cavs. I don't think the Knicks are legit. I don't have faith in them. They don't have enough depth. Thibodeau's running the team into the ground. I think Mikal Bridges was a good addition, but I don't know why they were acting like he was going to be like a big offensive force. I don't know what they was thinking with that, or at least the fans. Not sure what they was thinking there. I like the Pacers, but I don't think they have enough. The Celtics are just too good. They're too big. They shoot too many threes, and the Pacers just don't match up well. You play fast against the Celtics, they're gonna shoot you out the building. Giannis ain't got no help. It's literally the Cavs have a chance because they have the most depth and most wing players to throw at Brown and Tatum. They have about 3 or 4 guys that they can throw at them. They can't slow them down. They can't stop them, but at least you're getting them different looks. So I'll take the Cavs as the biggest threat.
Yeah, I mean that's the logical answer. The answer that I think if I was gonna go with a team that's more under, yeah, that's the real answer. If they just start doing Celtics shit, but I do think the Pacers deserve to have a little bit of mention in this conversation, especially with how they're playing lately. We shouldn't forget that last year, even though they got swept,
competitive.
They should have beat them.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what they lost by combined like 5 points or something in 4 games.
Like 3 of the 4 games they had gotten their win probability up to above 90% and just somehow lost. Right, so I think they do deserve to be mentioned. They're, it looked like for a second this season, last year they were just kind of this one-hit
Fluke.
wonder, flash in the pan. But they're starting to round back into form. They've got, you want to talk about another team that's got a lot of depth. They've got like 7 players on their team that average at least 10 points a game. That's not nothing.
I heard they kept the snow bunnies away. That's why Tyrese Halliburton's back's not hurting. Just saying, it's helping. Whatever they do it.
Whatever they're doing, it's not helping right now. Your Lakers are taking off on them, but
Thank God.
yeah. Nonetheless, I think they deserve an honorable mention. I will not I would pick the Celtics to beat them, but I think they should be mentioned in this conversation just due to their success last
They can
year.
at least win one, too. Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair.
But yeah, the real answer, Joe,
Porzingis ain't gonna be healthy.
I mean, you said it as kind of jokingly, but the real answer is the Celtics.
I was gonna say
If
Porzingis.
if the Celtics get into that, we're just gonna look for switches and ISO and try and beat you one-on-one, then they can lose anybody. The Celtics, when they get into that mode, they can lose anybody. But if they're playing correctly, it's curtains out east. I hate to say that, but it is. Let's flip out to the West. What about the Thunder, Joe? Who's their biggest challenger, do you think?
Ooh, the biggest one. I feel like, damn, man, that's tough. You know what? I'm gonna say the Nuggets. Just because they have nobody. I know they got size, they got Chet, they got Harvenstein, but they cannot guard Jokic. Like, they got no answer for that. And Westbrook and the way Murray's been looking, I'm gonna have to go with the Denver Nuggets right now. Even though I think there's a couple teams that can beat the Thunder because they're young. Like, if the Lakers match up against them, I'd take the Lakers. If the Warriors matched up against them, I'm taking the Thunder, but I think it'd be close.
That could get
But
tough.
I think it'd get dicey. Like, I think if I almost said the Timberwolves, but I don't have faith in the Timberwolves. Like, the Houston Rockets are going to be competitive. Like, the East is stacked, so it depends on how things line up. They're not going to have an easy way through the playoffs because every series, even if they win a series in 5 or 6 games, it's going to be competitive and tough. But the Nuggets, I just think they have nobody has an answer for Jokic. And if Jokic is on his game and all the role pieces are playing the right way and they're making their shots, you're not going to be able to beat them. You just not, especially if you're a young team like the Thunder. This is your second time being up here in the spotlight, and we saw that some of those pieces didn't show up in the playoffs last year. So they're gonna have to prove it to me before I can sit there and say that they can be like the Celtics in the East. I think they got a lot of competition. It's hard for me to just pick one.
Yeah, I mean,
But
think
if I had to
about
pick
how
one, it's the
long
Nuggets.
it took this group of the main group of Celtics to make it
Facts.
through. I mean, they had been really going at it since what,
For like 4 years.
2018, 19?
Yeah, right before the bubble. Yeah.
Bubble in 2020, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I think like even the couple years before that, when LeBron was still in the East, they had some good kind of matchups with LeBron. If we all remember when Tatum dunked on LeBron and stared him down and all that. Like, they weren't quite ready. Somewhere around there is kind of where the Thunder are now, and it took the Celtics till 22 before they made their first trip to actually get to the finals, and then of course last year when they finally won a finals. So yeah, I mean, this is not to necessarily say that the Thunder are just never going to get it done, but you're right. They are not in the same echelon that the Celtics are. They are not tried and true enough.
Nope.
I like your Nuggets pick. I would agree. So I'm gonna just throw out another one as what I'll say is my challenger B to them, because I do think the Nuggets are their biggest challenger.
Right.
Just again, like I was saying earlier, the deadliest combo in the entire NBA is Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. It's the deadliest combo.
Yeah.
When they're clicking, it's impossible to stop. But I'm going to throw the Warriors in there too. I think in terms of a matchup style, the Thunder don't have a ton of bigs. Hartenstein, yes, he's big. That's really it though. Chet, I like the game that he talks. He talks all grizzly. He talks like he is kind of grit and grind and all that. But all right, let me see you put that.
Yeah.
Let me see you put pen to paper on that one. Put that on the hardwood against a Draymond Green.
That's what I'm saying. He got the long arms, but I don't know if he got the physicality. Like,
Well,
he
it's like-
misdirects. He makes you change your shot up, but in a 7-game series when you getting bodied and beat up. You're right. I don't know if he got that. I don't know if he bought that life yet. You're right.
And look,
Especially against Draymond talking shit to you and doing all kind of
talking
shit.
Jimmy's gonna pump fake you to death. Like Jimmy could get him in foul trouble in 3 out of 7 games, right? Like they don't have a ton of depth down low. They made improvements.
Yeah.
They made improvements, and then look, SGA is fantastic.
Mr. Consistent.
Mr. Consistent. I still don't necessarily trust him more than either Curry or Jimmy in a playoff series.
Fair.
Regular season, yeah, you got it, SGA. This is you're in your prime right now, and you're able to do that for 82 games. But those two, they're not going to do that all 82 anymore. But when it comes money time, we've seen Curry put up 50 in the last couple of years. We've seen Jimmy go on multiple finals runs.
And what's Jalen Williams going to do? That's your number 2?
Man, facts.
That's your number 2?
And last year, Joe, they went in, they got really sucked into playing a bunch of ISO ball.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is not going to work against Golden State or a Denver Nuggets. Teams that know how to play as a team. That's kind of one of my other hesitations about your Lakers. I wanted to put them in that same category because of Luka and LeBron and what they've all done. I like what JJ's doing in terms of offensive system. I got to see Luka buy into it in the playoffs before I would put the Lakers in that conversation. But
the Luka just got to a Western Conference. I mean, the NBA Finals.
Yeah, no facts. But he was doing it. They did it heavy ISO, and these other dumbass teams that played them last year tried to out ISO Kyrie and Luka.
So JJ Redick gonna let him sit in ISO?
I don't think so. I don't think that's what's gonna. I'm telling you, I have to see it.
That's fair.
It's like you telling me that James Harden went to a coach that knows how to coach. I still got to see James Harden not actually.
Hey! We can't talk about James Harden this year.
He's still heavy ISO.
We can't talk. Yeah, but he's playing defense. He's playing defense. He's like, come on now.
No, you see, I have been hating. I have not been hating on James Harden.
This is not the year.
I have not been hating on James Harden this year. Now, do I expect him to fall apart in the playoffs? Of course, but no, I haven't really been talking about him that much. You made me do that. You just made me talk shit on him. I didn't want to do that, but you made me do it.
That was kind of the point. Not really, but that's fine. You brought James Harden up on your own. That's great. No one brought up the Clippers, the Flippers. Ain't nobody bring them up.
Don't try.
That's great.
Back all right, Joe. Since it's getting close to playoff time, it's about time we update our top 5 power rankings in the NBA. You can start at 5. You can start at 1. You can do it whichever way you want to do it, Joe. But I need your top 5 right now.
All right, top 5. I'll go from 1 to 5, or no, I'll go 5 to 1. I'll go 5 to 1.
Make it dramatic.
Yeah, I'll go 5 to 1. Number 5. Hold on, let me. I wrote it down. Let me pull it up. I literally just closed it out too. It's hilarious. All right, number 5. Make sure I got this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, make sure you count right.
Yeah, all right. Number 5. You know what? I'm gonna put the Denver Nuggets number 5. I think they're looking good. They're really impressing me without Jokic, what they've been able to do. Aaron Gordon looking good. Without Jamal Murray or Jokic playing, he looked good. That was kind of scary. Westbrook has been doing his thing.
They are 4-6 in their last 10.
I get it. Because Jokic is not there, but they still look good. We gave credit to Orlando Magic all year when Pablo was out. So I'm gonna give the Nuggets credit when they don't have the best player in the world.
You did call him Pablo.
What I did call him Pablo. It's it's Paulo. It shows Paulo. Whatever, he looks like Pablo. Whatever.
Pablo Sanchez from.
He lucky I didn't call him Mellow Yellow because that's his nickname. He don't want it to stick, but damn it, that's Mellow Yellow. No, wait, that's Cade Cunningham. All the light skins look alike. God damn it. Anyway, 5. I'm putting the Nuggets. 4. All right, 4. I'm putting the Houston Rockets. And then 3, I'm putting the Pacers. 2, I'm putting the Celtics, and then 1, I'm putting the Cavs. Yes, I'm gonna put some respect on the East this week. You said right now who are the top 5, and I think the Pacers are playing some of the best basketball right now.
Basketball. If they went to the finals, they'd win it.
I didn't say that. You said who's your top 5 right now. The only teams that I disrespected. Who are the teams that I disrespected?
I'm just saying you put you put the Pacers above anybody in the West.
I put them over. No, I didn't. Yes,
You
I
just
did.
put them in
I
third.
did. I did. I put them in third. Yes, I did. Yeah, you're right.
You didn't even have the
You're right.
Thunder on your goddamn list. What the hell's wrong with you?
I did have the Thunder on my list.
You said Nuggets 5, Rockets 4,
Oh, I
Pacers
meant Thunder
3.
4. I'm sorry. I meant Thunder 4. Because I was going to disrespect the Rockets because they good, but I just don't trust them that much. So I was going to keep them outside my top 5.
Can you
My fault.
restate your list? Can you
So yes, I'll
restate
say it
your
again.
list
My
for
fault.
sanity?
Nuggets, Thunder, Pacers, Celtics, Cavs.
This guy. This
That's
dude.
what I have.
This dude. All right. I'll tell you the real order. All right.
You're going to be
Number-
wrong, but it's cool.
Number 5, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. They
That's
are playing
crazy.
good. They're very good, but they have been falling off lately. Only 6-4 in their last 10. So I'm gonna put them at 5. They're still in there. They're still in all the competition and
Okay,
everything.
that's cool.
I'm gonna put the Nuggets at 4.
Nuggets
I
are good.
will give them the credit that they do not have
They
Jokic,
deserve.
and they obviously we know they'll be playing better. This might be good to get those other guys some run and a little higher usage to get them more engaged. So I'm gonna put them 4. 3.
Here he goes.
This is where it gets tough for me. 3. Do I do it? Do I do it? Do I do it, Joe?
The Lakers, I know they good, bro.
It is damn sure not the Lakers. It is damn sure not the Lakers.
No, it's not the Lakers. The Knicks.
You know I want to put there.
I know.
You know who I want to put there.
Go ahead and do it, dog. They look good. Go ahead and do it.
I'll put the Warriors there.
I knew you were, dog. They look good. Go ahead, bro. That's kind of crazy.
Same reasoning as with the Nuggets. Curry's not there right now. When Curry comes back, when they've been playing together, they only lost like.
But
2
I can't put the Pacers up there.
You can. You just did it.
Okay.
You just did it. You done.
Who are in a better position than the Golden State Warriors are, who are a play-in team at the moment, but that's fine.
Number 2, I got the Thunder. Consistency at its best.
They are consistent.
They're cruising. SGA's been cruising. They deserve to be called the best team in the West right now. But like
Maybe that's
said,
why I dropped them down. Yeah, they just cruising, you know, like you said. Yeah.
they do deserve the respect, though. So I'm gonna give it to them. And then
Sure.
number 1, Dow, who shall not be named.
The Leprechaun.
Yeah, we know who they are. We don't gotta say their name. Fuck them. It's always fuck Boston. But they are the best team in
Facts.
basketball until someone proves them otherwise. So that's what I got. That's what I got. Joe.
I'm not terribly don't terribly hate it. The Warriors, that's just because of Jimmy, but that's fine.
It's a Jimmy Bump.
That's crazy.
Jimmy Bump.
Yeah,
Most
he was
underrated
supposed to leave-
player.
he was supposed to leave the bumps in Miami. What are you talking about? The
The
Jimmy
most
bump.
underrated star in all of basketball. That's what
Oh my God,
And you know what's
bro.
crazy is ain't nobody ever want to talk about the goddamn Jimmy Butler and Miami Heat. But the
If
moment he goes
LeBron
to
doesn't,
California, the moment he goes to California, now all of a sudden we got to talk about Jimmy Butler's team all the goddamn
the
time.
moment LeBron jogs back and doesn't play defense for one possession, it's the headline for the next day. Jimmy Butler don't give a fuck for 20 straight games, and everybody still want to call him a superstar. It's crazy. But
No one
whatever.
calls him a superstar.
Whatever. Borderline
calls him a superstar.
borderline all-star.
Please.
How many all-stars does he have? Is he a perennial all-star?
Doesn't.
Is he a perennial all-star?
It doesn't matter. You think
No, he is not.
You think I care about what fans vote? You think that moves me in the slightest?
That's a good comeback. That's a good comeback. Yes,
right,
it does. Yes, it does. Because
You
if
know how we
if
end
the
the
Cubs
show.
fans voted to
We
get
choose-
Sammy Sosa's number retired, but at Wrigley Field, your ass would be all for it.
have to do with it.
A lot. What do you mean? I had to bring it in somehow. You talking about the fan
You know
vote
how we
don't
end
matter.
this show. We choose
Fan vote
love. We choose violence. Joe, what you got? We might
You
be
know
doing the same thing this week.
I'm actually not going to surprise you on this one. I'm going to shout out HBO and did a great job. I thought Winning Time documentary was average. It was okay. I thought they did a little too much with it. It was too dramatized. Well, that was on Showtime, right? That wasn't HBO. HBO has done, have you seen Celtic City?
You already know I haven't.
Oh, man. I know. I didn't want to watch it either. I caught myself watching it because there was nothing on. After Juju.
What do you mean you caught yourself? You actively had to turn it on.
No, because once Juju got hurt, I was like, I gotta find something to watch. Juju's out. So shout out Juju. I'm gonna shout out love to Juju. But when she tore her ACL, I changed the channel looking for something. It's like, what the hell is Celtic City? And I saw the first thing I saw was a whole bunch of Ku Klux Klan people and Nazi flags, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I clicked on it, and it was just talking about Boston and the Celtics. It was a good ass documentary. It was really good. Larry Bird was great in it. They had all the people in it. I was just really, it was entertaining, and I hate to say it because I hate the Celtics, but it was highly entertaining. It's a good documentary. I wanted to shout it out. You should check it out. Celtic City. You will enjoy it, especially if you liked Winning Time. Was more like dramatized drama TV.
Mhm.
Celtic City is like
I
documentary,
think
30 for
you were right
30
initially,
style.
Joe. I think you were right initially. I think that was on HBO as well.
Was it HBO too?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
so.
it's like
Or I'm
30 for
sorry,
30 style. Showtime.
Max.
Max, whatever.
All
But
right.
yeah, and then shout out Juju. Get better.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out Juju.
That
That shit
fucking
hurt.
sucked.
Oh, damn. And I want to give violence to Stephen A. Smith, bro.
Don't worry, bro.
I'm
I got
tired of
you.
every time
got
they
you.
talk about the women's game, he says the same thing. It don't matter. The only thing that matters is Juju. No, just tell me that you don't watch the game and you didn't do any research, so all you can say is Juju. Like, you gotta at least give me one more name. Like, act like you care a little bit.
You don't.
He don't care at all. And
So
then the girls be
I'm
out there
so
saying all kind of stuff, and he'd be like, "I don't want to hear none of that. I only care about Juju." Like, come on, let's not do the Caitlin Clark thing all over again. Do we not learn?
right.
Like, there's more than one
We
star out
really
here.
don't have to do it. But Joe, I don't know how to frame mine. I'm debating if I want to frame mine as love or frame mine as hate or
Mixture
violence.
of both.
It is a mixture of both. I'm gonna frame it as violence because I think Stephen A. deserves it. So I'm choosing violence on Stephen A. The love angle would have been love for Bronny, but
Facts.
all that shit he was saying about Bronny, and then we just got to wrap the whole thing up because we didn't even really talk about this because on me, I've been MIA a little bit.
Oh, wait, hold on.
So then LeBron confronts him courtside, talks that
Oh
talk
my
to him.
god.
Then Stephen A. starts crying like a little bitch on First Take, and then goes on his little, would you say, his Taylor Swift tour?
That's what LeBron called it on Pat
Yeah.
McAfee today. He said he's
Goes
on a
his
Taylor Swift tour.
around all the podcasts. It's so funny.
Hey.
I'm sorry, Joe. It just comes off
Hold
so
on.
corny to me.
Do you know what he said today, though?
He goes on the Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes show,
That's
All the Smoke, right? And he brings out the all black with the little chain and everything, trying to present this like tough image. You've been crying about this shit for 2 weeks. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. And you spent all this time in the past. These players know where to find me. I pull up to 200 games a year. If you got something you want to say to me, say it to me. You can talk to me. Now all of a sudden, you had my number. You could have called me. You didn't have to do that. Blah, 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 blah. I thought it was weak. Shut the fuck up. You talking about Bronny was weak, Stephen A. That shit was weak. You're talking about the 55th pick in the draft. You never talk about the 54th. You don't even know who the 56th is. You don't know nothing about any of these players, but you want to sit there and talk about LeBron did him a disservice. He shouldn't be drafted. He shouldn't be getting all his attention.
And then question LeBron as a father.
Joe, this is what drives me insane about sports media and the media in general. Y'all choose what to cover. It's not the other way around. If y'all decided not to cover Bronny James, nobody would fucking talk about it. Nobody. You made the choice to cover Bronny James and then got mad when LeBron called you out on your shit. So I don't want to hear that shit. And then what happened? LeBron's hurt. Lucas hits a game. Bronny gets to play, and he drops 17 points on efficient shooting, like 6
against
of 9
the Bucks.
shooting.
Yeah, Giannis on him at some point.
And they had their players playing. All of a sudden, no, what happened now? He just dropped 39 in the G League. I think that's okay for the 50.
I may have been wrong. That's what he said. I may have been wrong.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Because you didn't actually, like everything else Stephen A. does now, he did no research. He has done absolutely no homework on anything. Because if you'd been paying attention leading up to when he said all that bullshit about Bronny had been killing in the G League.
Yes.
Bronny has been hooping in the G League. Do I think Bronny's going to be some superstar in the NBA? No. Do I think he can be a solid role player in the NBA? Yes. That is very evident already. He didn't get to have a freshman year at USC because of the health issues. I know he played a little bit, but it was not – he didn't get a full, real chance. He never got to fully get ingratiated with the team. Give him a chance. You don't bitch about anybody else. Look at Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd was like the 3rd overall pick. He's averaging like 6 points a game for the Rockets. No one bats an eye. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? The one time we want to call out nepotism on ESPN is when it's Bronny fucking James. Like, really?
Facts, right?
That's what we want to talk about? Like, miss me. Go do your little Hannity show. Go pretend like someone wants to.
Bro, can we
president.
can we bring that
Shut
up?
the fuck up.
Can we
Stupid.
bring that up? Can
Go
we bring
sit
that up?
down.
Like, it's not like, isn't he about to go on tour with Chris Cuomo and Bill O'Reilly?
Probably.
And
He
he
really
is,
thinks he can be president. Like, that's
he
how
literally-
delusional he is.
he's
thinks
done
he
an
can be president.
interview with Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro. He only does interviews with these deep Republican ass thought people, but no one ever calls him out on it. Like, we guys call it what it is. I bet you he voted for Trump. I ain't gonna lie, because that's how he acts sometimes. And that's who we talk to. That's the only. You never see him on CNN. You'll never see him on MSNBC. He only goes on Fox News. Like, and then did you hear what he said today on his podcast about the LeBron situation?
Don't listen to him.
He
I
said,
don't give him any of my attention.
"Oh, bro," he said, "if LeBron would have put his hands on me in that situation, I would have swung on him." Because he said, "Because I ain't about that soft stuff. I would have swung on him." Come on, bro.
I
So
feel like-
courtside, third quarter of a game on national TV, right after you just signed a big mega deal to come back to ESPN, you tell me you would have swung on LeBron.
I
Come
feel
on.
like your dad.
He said,
my
"I would have
dad
got my
was the
ass
person-
whooped, but I would have swung on him." Man,
I
please.
feel like your dad is like the first person I heard drop this line before, and it's a good one. I could be wrong, but it would have been a 2-hit fight, Joe.
Facts.
LeBron would have hit him, and he would have hit the floor.
Play facts.
That's all that would have happened.
All that would have happened.
If he would have put his bitch, you wouldn't have had time to think if he did put his hands on you. Like, what are we doing here? LeBron's 6'8", 6'9", 250.
Man, you ain't got no chance.
Your ass got shoulder surgery and everything. Boy, go sit your ass down somewhere.
But
Oh,
goofy,
God,
man.
he gets on my nerves so much. But